this is absolutely for you. So welcome here. Welcome here. So you So if you're a beginner investor or you want to learn how to invest, welcome. So this is about investing, smart investing. You probably would have heard that, or you don't know what that is. Let's talk about it. Welcome. Invite your friends and family. Let us talk about it. If you ever want to start investing, either you're scared but you don't know where to get started, or you've started investing, boy, it's been a struggle. You lost money like myself, and because of that, you stopped investing, right? This is for you. You need to come learn how to invest the right way. It is something called smart investing. Welcome here. That's what we're talking about today, and I'll get the music on for everyone. I know we always love the music, so it's about smart investing today. Welcome. It's all about smart investing today. Awesome. Great. If you ever wanted to invest but you don't know how to get started, welcome. And we're going to be talking about it today. Step by step is what we're talking about. Estimates, welcome here. How are you? How's your Wednesday? How is it coming along? So we are going to be talking about everything investing today. You're a beginner investor, you don't know, or you have been wanting to invest, you don't know where to get started. That's what we want to talk about today. This is for you because I'm going to be breaking it down as simple as possible, right? That's what we're doing today. So welcome. How to start investing. Understand one thing: if what you do with your money is that you just save it, what you realize is that you're just saving, but then what are you doing? You're not building wealth. Okay, so welcome. If you haven't subscribed, the goal for us today is to get at least 20 subscribers and at least 20 followers, and we are trying to get to a 10,000 within the first 10 minutes. Moto, welcome. Buba Kadru, welcome. Kali, welcome. Welcome, all of you. And we're talking about how to invest. Everything I talk about is how you build wealth, right? That's what I talk about. So today, we are talking about investing. So you want to invest, you don't know where to get started, or you have started investing, you've lost money, and you want to do it the right way. This is for you. You want to be here. Linda, thank you so much. Welcome. Subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to get to 20 subscribers today on TikTok, and we're trying to also get it to as many followers as possible on TikTok. And can we tap it out? We're trying to get to 10,000 taps in the first 10 minutes, right? This is just to ensure that this is to bring so many people from the FYP, because we are the one that tells the algorithm that, okay, this is valuable, we want this, and then it puts more people here, and we're in the process, we are adding more value. It takes the same effort to teach 100 people how to get to build wealth, and the same thing if you have to do it with 10 people. If you haven't gotten your daily admin, cost you just 1 cent. Do that. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, do that as well. It costs you nothing. You have more things to gain than to lose, right? And today we're talking about how to invest. Investing is one thing that is universal globally, right? Because one thing is, if you're just putting your money in the bank, one thing that you're getting, you might think that you're growing your money, or you're just keeping your money, you're saving your money. Yes, it's going to be saved, but you are losing the money. What do I mean? Every time that you keep your money, you are losing it to inflation. What does this mean? It simply means that if you put inflation right now is between 3 to 3.5%, right? It means that for every $100 that you have right there, right, every single year you are losing 3.5 cents, right? That's what it means. So for every dollar that you're losing 3.5% of every $100. So for every $1 you're losing 3.5 cents. That's what you're losing, and then you're losing $3.50 on every $100. Whatever you use, the money that you used last year, if you use it this year, you would not be able to get the same value for it. That's what it means, because the prices of everything has gone up. Not even with oil, the oil prices right now. Moto, thank you so much for the tapping out. And you're doing that heavily. We're trying to get to 10,000, like I said, and as many subscribers and followers as possible. So today, it's all about how if you ever want to get to start investing, right? Well, what is investing? Investing, there are different types of investing. Whenever people say investing, there are three major ones that I talk about. One, I talk about the stock market. That's one form of investing. Another form of investing that I talk about is real estate. Another form of investing that I talk about is businesses, right? Now, a lot of time people always ask, so which sort of investment should I do? I tell you, do everything, because diversification is very, very crucial in your wealth building journey. And if all that you do is you take your paycheck and you don't invest it, what you're doing is you are losing money to inflation. So you investing is not even optional. You need to invest, right? Because that's how you grow your money. Saving your money can help you keep it, but you're losing money. But then investing is what helps you grow it. However, you also need to be careful with investing, because you could lose your money. There's risk with investing. That's why you need to learn to do it the right way. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because that's one of the biggest questions I get every day. Dr. Lina, where should I invest? Which stock should I buy? Should I invest in real estate, or should I invest in business, or should I invest in stock market and all of that? I get that every single day. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you are on the YouTube channel, if you haven't, we're trying to get to 20 subscribers. It costs you nothing, but you have a whole lot to gain. It's just a tap that it costs you. Subscribe if you haven't, right there. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology, and I help professionals turn their 9 to 5 into real wealth, right? I'm a serial investor, and of course, I'm also a wealth coach. Been investing for close to 2 decades, and in real estate, I've been doing that for more than a decade. All right. So having said that, having met you, and you meeting me, and you subscribing and following, and you all tapping out to 10,000. So let's go into it. So where do you start, right? That's the first question. So today it's about the investing in the stock market, right? We're not talking about real estate today, right? Today it's investing in the stock market. How do you invest in the stock market without where to start? Okay, yeah, that's where we're starting. That's where we're starting. We're starting investing. Where do you start with investing, right? That's what I want to break it as simple as possible, just so for it to make it easy for you, right? Comment start if you are new. I want to know the group of people that we have here. Have you started investing, or are you a beginner investor? Put start if you are just a beginner, or you have never invested at all, or you are just a beginner. Put start in the comments. Put start in the comment. I want to know the people that we have. And while we're doing that, okay, Ahmed says start. Okay, perfect. Ahmed says start. Motto, correct residence. Just put start, or yeah, if you are new into investing, you have never invested before, yeah, put start in the comment section. And while we're doing that, let's press my forehead on the screen and share it with our contacts. Let's share this with our contacts so that they know that we're here, and I will do that as well while you guys are doing yours as well. All right, let's share with just so now we're going into the class proper, so nobody gets to miss out. Nobody. Let's do one power share. Subscribe if you haven't. Share with your friends. Share with your friends and your enemy, because they are just about to build wealth, right? When you share with them, they no longer become your enemy because you have just blessed them. Because we're about to bless people right now, right here. All right, and I'm just doing my own level of sharing on my end as well. All right. Okay. All right, we'll get it started shortly. Just want to make sure, because today it's all about investing. I want to make sure that nobody misses out of this. Okay. Quite a lot of people right here. Okay. All right. I think I am done. That's a lot. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So great great. One of the, let me know what's your concern with investing. Why you're not investing? If you want to share, right? One of the things that I see or I hear every time is, I'm confused. I don't know where to get started. Another thing that I also hear is, I'm scared. I don't want to lose my money. I want to hold on to my money. I don't want to lose it, right? Because if I invest, I hear that people lose money in the stock market, or I've lost money in the stock market before. And then another thing that I always hear is, it requires a lot of money to invest in the stock market. All of these have, except for the last one, right? They're valid points, right? Nobody wants to lose their money. You want to, you don't, because if you put it in the stock market, definitely there are risks, right? I personally, I have lost close to like 100,000. That was about 6 years ago, where I invested in the stock market and I lost close to like close to 100,000. That's what I lost, and that's how I came about the strategy that I'm about to talk about, when it comes to investing, just so you don't lose your money. One of the biggest issues why people lose money, why I lost money at that point, was the get rich quick scheme. Like, people want to double their money in one day. People want to double, triple their money in 1 year. And a lot of people get to sell this to them, right? To individuals, and a lot of people buy this. I was in a session where a one-on-one consultation yesterday, and somebody told me how somebody's investing in crypto for her, and she's had to pay close to like maybe like $50,000 is what she has been paying, and then they even told her she needs to send another 10,000 because our address doesn't have the right IP or whatever. And I said, this is definitely a scam, right? This is a scam, and this is how people lose money every day. So if there's anything that you want to learn at all here, please, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Whenever you want to build wealth, always think about it as not a get rich quick scheme. You want to do it, think about long term versus short term. Okay? Long term versus short term. So whenever you are confused, if there's anything that doesn't look long term, or anything that looks not right, please do not invest in it. How did I lose my own money? I lost my own money into penny stock, right? Where people would say, okay, this stock, there is oh, this stock might go up in another, it has the potential of going up. The same way it has the potential of going up, that's the same way it has the potential of becoming a zero. And that was most of the situation that I found myself in, because most of those stock that I invested in, the penny stock that I invested in, thank you so much for the follow, Joy. There's most of the penny stock I invested in, it became zero. And that's number one way where I got into my loss of my 100,000. The second thing the other way that I also lost money was through my through what's it called, day trading, right? Where they'll tell you, you buy today, and then I mean, not today, like in minutes you're looking at it, the stock is going to go down, and then you say, okay, you buy at the low, then you want to sell at the top, right? You're watching the chart and all of that. And that was another way where I lost a lot of money. Day one, I made like $4,000. And day two, I lost about $7,000. Day three, I made $10,000. Day four, I lost $15,000. And you are always it's almost like a gamble. That is a gamble in that situation, right? Anything that gambling in itself doesn't mean that you have to go to the street of what's it called? You don't have to go to the street of Las Vegas to go and gamble it out. You can actually, if you are buying a stock and you don't have knowledge of what you're doing, you don't understand the basis and the statistics behind the stock, then you are just basically gambling, because maybe somebody told you to buy this, or maybe you just assume. That is gambling, right? So that is how I basically lost some of those my money. The other part where I also lost money was options trading. Right. Options trading, I also lost money to options trading, even though it wasn't a lot. But options trading simply means, the your chances of saying that, okay, this stock is going, you are betting against this stock going up. If it goes up, you make money. But if it goes down, right, you lose money, right? And my friend also lost $50,000 in 1 week to Tesla options trading, just 1 week. Now, so having understood that, that is how not to invest, right? That's how not to invest. That's the risk and the mistakes. That's one of the mistakes people make when it comes to investing. And if you avoid this thing that I just told you, you would realize that you're going to be okay with investing. Now, there are some people that knows the chart, that understand this chart. Yes, I respect them, but a lot of times, a lot of us do not know this thing. We do not have the knowledge of it, and we just follow those people blindly. They know when to go in and they know when to get out. But we go in at that time. They tell you go in at this time, but then when it's time for you to go out, you don't know, and then you lose money. Okay, so you want to, as much as possible, not gamble it away. So what should you do instead, right? You work so hard for your money. What should you do instead? Protection comes first. Whenever always think about this. I don't want to lose my principal, right? So far you don't lose your principal, that's the number one goal. Then every other thing is an addition, right? Every other thing is an addition. So think about it. You have $10,000. If you make $1 on top of it, that is better than you losing $1 out of your 10,000. Hi, welcome here. It makes more sense for you to make money, rather than, even if it's $1, than for you to lose it. Welcome. Thank you so much for loving my glasses. Subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to get to 20 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 10,000 taps here and followers here on TikTok as well, and on the pink suit you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let us know. So if there's anything, always, whenever you want to invest, think about your principal comes first. Keep your principal, let it be okay, right? And then anything on top of it is an additional, right? It's an additional. All right. So having understood that, there's the strategy that the multimillionaires and the billionaires uses, right? Which is pretty simple. It might be, if you can go on Google right now and just check it and see, how does Warren Buffett, how does he invest? I have school tomorrow. Oh, okay, all right. Please go to school. School is important, so because it starts with your income. School will help you get some income to start investing. All right. So first of all is, you need to, the first thing that you want to do, go and check it right now, and check, where does Warren Buffett puts his money, or how does Warren Buffett advise us to invest. Warren Buffett, if you don't know him, is the owner of Hathaway Berkshire. Like, he's one of they call him the Lord of Investing, right? So he definitely knows what he's doing. He's the 96, I think he's 96 years old right now. He's old right now, and he's worth over $1.6 billion, right? So if he tells you something and what your life will be, then go, oh, all right. You learn one or two things, because this is also education, right? So if you want to invest, always, so that's the part of when they say mentorship. You are looking at somebody, okay, this person has walked this path. If you follow the same path, right, you will definitely almost achieve the same goal, right? So, and that is how I started investing, right? Because when I started investing that way, can you tell my friend or some advice she's having about? Okay, yeah, just tell her to listen, right? So basically, if you start investing, right, that way, because you have seen this person that's been investing for maybe 40, 50 years, it tells you, invest this way. Your chances of achieving the same result is pretty high, right? Achieving the same result is very high. So what did I, Berkshire, Mr. What's it called? Mr. Warren Buffett, he said, when they asked him, where should we put your money? He says that simply put it in index funds, right? Index funds and ETFs, right? And what's the owner of Amazon? What's his name? Jeff Bezos actually interviewed him and said, Mr. Warren Buffett, why do you share your secret of making money with everyone, right? Why do you share it freely? And he said, I share it freely because it's so simple. But guess what? Because it's simple, people will not follow it, right? Because people always think that it takes a lot to invest. Like it takes a lot to make money, but it is in the simple things, right? To make money, right? And that is exactly what I started using to learn. And that's exactly what I'm going to be. That it was my strategy of investing. That's what I started using after I lost my $100,000 to penny stock, to options trading, and to what's it called? To options trading, penny stock, and of course to day trading. Okay. And I started using that strategy because I was doing the research and I found what they do. So what do they do? Simple. ETF index funds, right? Why? And as a beginner, this is where I will tell you to start from, right? This is where I will tell you to start from. As a beginner, you want to keep it as simple as possible. No watching of charts. You don't need to have too much knowledge. You are just following a particular process or whatever that is already laid down that people have used. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 5,000, guys. Let's get it to 5,000. We're trying to get to 10,000 the first 10 minutes. And we are trying to get as many follows and as many subscribers as possible, both on YouTube and because we have both YT and we have TT on the other side as well. So let's keep doing that as we are. I know we are all locked in. I know we are locked in. Moto G's, Lil Medical, Eddie Coco, and let's also tap power share and share with our friends so that they can come and learn. So the number one, the first one that you want to do, or that I typically say is ETF and index funds. What is ETF? ETF is basically exchange traded funds. What is exchange traded fund? If you have heard, maybe you've heard this or you have not heard this. Exchange traded funds simply means a basket of stocks, right? What are stocks? Stocks is a way of you investing in a company. So give it an example of any company, Amazon, like I talked about earlier, or Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, yes, you're a consumer of Coca-Cola, but you can also be an owner of Coca-Cola. By you buying a portion of, with your dollars, you are buying a little bit of this company. House of Tea, welcome. You are buying a little bit of this company. With your $1, right? With your $100, you can own Coca-Cola. With another $1, you can own Amazon. Another $1, you can own what's it called? Apple, right? Your iPhone and all of that. Because let your goal be being an owner versus an earner, right? You want to have ownership because ownership will give you cash flow. Now, having said that, what you need to do, ETF is, on the other hand, is a basket of all of the stocks that I just talked about. So remember, I just talked about stocks, I talked about Amazon, I talked about Apple, I talked about, what's it called? I talked about Amazon, I talked about Apple, I talked about Coca-Cola. So think about buying so many companies inside one basket. That is ETF. And that is how the multimillionaires and the billionaires, that's how they invest. Aside real estate and businesses. That's the secret that they have there. The reason why is this very helpful, right? And why is it most important for beginners? Number one, instead of you to start thinking or being worried, you want to pick and choose, right? Which stock is the better one? Which one is going to, where am I not going to lose money, right? You are buying so many in one basket. So inside that basket that you are buying, you're buying 500 companies. You are buying 3,200 companies. So what does this do? Instead of let's assume that, okay, you buy that basket, or you use your $1 to buy a stock, right? Okay, and you're betting on the stock that, okay, this stock is going to grow. The fact that you can lose 100% of that your money is very high. It's a 50-50 chance. Either it's going to grow or you lose it. It's a 50-50 chance. But when you do an ETF strategy, especially as a beginner, what that's going to do is it changes your risk from a 50-50 to almost like a one, your risk is like 1%, or or 2% or 5%, depending on the portfolio. Because if you buy, for instance, you probably, the one that is pretty popular, S&P 500. S&P 500 means the top 500 companies in the United States. All of the top of 500 companies, and this is point in time 500 companies. What does point in time means? It means that they are being reviewed every single quarter to see, do you still maintain that level of that top 500, because it is based off of their revenue, their profit, their profits, their cash flow, their entire books is what it takes for them to remain in that S&P 500. So it means that all these people are working hard to remain, because it's a big deal for you to be top 500 company in the United States. What does this mean? Why do I know that this is a better strategy for a beginner? And why does that's because the multi-millionaires and billionaires put their money. Secondly, is that the S&P 500 has returned between 8 to 12% averagely for the past 30-40 years. So as a beginner, that is a no-brainer, because it tells you that your fear of entry, or your fear of beginning to invest, it's almost eroded. What does this mean? Okay, it simply means that you would, if you put your money, your chances of getting your own 8% return to 12% return is simply high, right? Because it has returned averagely, even through the 2008 and all of that crisis, and it has, everyone that invested before the 2008 and was still investing after 2008, all of them still returned averagely 8%. Last year it returned 18%. When they say averagely, it means that over time, right? Over time. So there are times when it's returned maybe 25%, 30%. There's a time that returned 4%. But because it's long-term investing, or averagely over time, if you put your money there, you will get between 8 to 12%. Right. So it's almost like a secured way of investing, right? And that is why the multimillionaires and the billionaires, they put their money. And that's why I say it's smart investing. When I switched from all of these other strategies that I talked about that made me lose close to 100,000, I switched to this side of smart investing. I started building wealth the right way, of course, alongside real estate and other strategies that I use to build wealth. All right, and that's why I can also share the same thing with you. And whenever you see people talk on social media, or you see anyone at all, always trust but verify. Go on ChatGPT, go on Google, and go and verify and see S&P 500, what has it returned? Where does the multi-millionaires and the billionaires, where do they put their money? Do they buy individual stocks, or do they invest in ETFs? That would help you boost your knowledge as well. Always do your research. Let's not be lazy. Do your research. You want to start investing. Number one thing is that you have understood, just heard about exchange traded funds right now. You go on Google and verify whatever thing I'm saying, and also check who Warren Buffett say is, and where does he put his money. Those are key things that you can use. And I think how much has S&P 500 returned in the past 30-40 years? All of those things are the things that you would check as a beginner investor, because that's going to help you to take your own decision. Remember, it's your money, not mine, right? I'm just telling you what I'm doing. It's your money, so you want to make sure that you protect it. Think about it. Central time is 1:35. It literally means that you have spent, if you started at 8 a.m. shift, you have spent 5.5 hours, almost 6 hours of your time. True, with the drive time, that's about 6 hours of your time, traded for money for a time on April 22nd, 2026, that you can never get back again. You traded that time for money. So what should you do with that money? You should protect it with your full chest. Protect it with all that you have. But aside from protecting it, you make sure that you grow it. And that's why I am telling you about, that's what smart investing does. And that's why multimillionaires, they will not do all those gamble. You see them, they will put their money in things that is going to grow, that they are almost definite that it's going to grow. They will not they won't lose their money like I lost my own money, right? Basically, they will not, their money will never be dumb money. So ETF is a good way as a beginner investor. That's where you start. Example of ETF, like I said, S&P 500. What is S&P 500? Or what are the ticker symbol? VO, right? Is one ticket symbol. VOO is Vanguard, right? Vanguard, it's S&P 500. IVV is BlackRock S&P 500. SPY is State Street S&P 500. Every one of them have done pretty well, almost averaging between 17 to 18% or even more in 2020 in 2025, which is last year, right? And they rank pari passu, they rank side by side, because the only difference is that the fee structure might be different. Maybe this one is 0.02%, 0.03%. That is the only difference. And that's why, any of those, or you can simply just diversify. So the beauty of ETF is diversification, because instead of one, you are buying 500. Instead of one, you are buying, the entire US stock market. You can actually buy with the entire US stock market. The entire US stock market, you can definitely buy that. Let's keep tapping. We're trying to get to 10,000, and we're trying to get to 20 subscribers on YouTube, and also as many followers on. Thank you for all of the people tapping out and the people sharing the live and also following. Okay, so as a beginner investor, okay, now that we've established that ETF and index fund is the way to go, and the difference between ETF and index fund: ETF, you trade it like stock, right? You can buy it right now, sell it right now. But index fund is at the end of when after everything is settled, that's when you know how much you're selling, how much money you're getting. You get your money after, right? That's just the difference. But guess what? They are still the same thing. So for instance, Fidelity index fund, Fidelity S&P 500, that's FXIAIX, something of that nature. So it's just choices. Whatever you feel that it's better for you, that is what you do. Let's keep tapping out the like. We're trying to get 10,000 likes. It costs you nothing. Nothing does it cost you, right? Leo Medical, Lady Von, and every other person that have just joined, and you've not gotten your daily at me, right? It just lets you know that you are part of this life, and it also pushes this life to the FYP, and so more people will come learn this. Don't let it just be you alone, right, that is enjoying this. You're wondering how to get your daily admin. You find it on the Money Talk with Dr. Lina right there. You'll find it right there, and it costs you 1 penny, 1 cent, right? 1 cent is what it costs you. So it will be great it costs you nothing. Just 1 cent. So let's keep tapping out the live. And if you don't want to do that, let's at least tap out the live. Let's get it to 5,000 and then get it to 10,000. Awesome. So great. So ETF, like I said, basket of funds. So is as a beginner investor, these are the step-by-step for you, right? Now that you know that individual stock is not the best place for you to start. The step-by-step, number one, you want to open the account, right? The account that you want to open is basically the investment account. You're not trading it with the bank account. It's the investment account. So in the US, you can open Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab's. There's Robinhood, there's Ameritrade, there is Merrill Lynch, there's JP Morgan, which is on the Chase side. There's what's it called? There is Merrill Lynch on the Bank of America. That's their investment arm, right? So you can open any one. There's Empower. There's quite a number of them. Just simply go on Google and look at the one that works for you, right? I like Fidelity. I like Robinhood, but my play money is in Robinhood. But Fidelity for your Roth IRA and all of that. All right, so once you have identified the accounts that you want where you want to open your account, thank you so much for the likes, Plum, and thank you for subscribing as well on YouTube. All right, so once you've identified the accounts, right? You've opened the account. What is the next thing for you to do, right? You basically have your accounts, right? Your account connected to that, or you fund the account. Basically, it can be you saying that you link the account into your own personal account and transfer money into your investment account. So basically fund it, or you deposit money directly into it right there, right? Whichever way you want to fund it. Once you fund it, you basically just start buying ETF. Example of ETF that I always talk about is, like the S&P 500, like I mentioned earlier, that return 8 to 12% averagely. Yeah, last year it returned 18%. So if you put $10,000, you would have gotten 1,800. Your money would have been 11,800 right now. To bring it to perspective, if you had left it in your Bank of America, Chase or Wells Fargo, right, the three main banks would have gotten 0.01% return, and you'd have gotten $1 a whole year on that same $10,000. 1,800 versus $1. So you might be wondering, why is your money not growing? Or whenever I say that, your savings will not help you to, your savings is just for a keep. It doesn't grow your money. That is what it means, because you are just, it doesn't grow anything. It's almost nothing. You even pay maintenance fee on that bank account, so it's still taking more money. And at the same time, what's it called? Inflation is at 3.33 to 3.5%. So it's also taking money from that account. So that money that you think is there, it is not whole. You are definitely losing money. So investment is a way for you to hedge against inflation and all of those kind of things that you that I just talked about, that is helping, that is making you lose money. So once you open your investment account, you funded your account, the next thing is for you to start buying ETF, right? Remember, I did not say individual stock, ETF. So as a beginner investor, start with ETF, right? Start with an S&P 500, VOOIVV, SPY, right? That is the second step. Then the other ones that you make sure that that in itself already helps you to diversify your portfolio. Now you can also invest in some others, right? Some other ETFs, right there. So ETF, always remember, it's a basket of stock. It's a basket. So it can be a basket of energy stock. It can be a basket of top 500. It can be a basket of top 1,000. It can be a basket of the entire US market. And guess what? It can also be a basket of the entire international market. Like, you don't want the US, but you want the international, anything outside of the US. Or you can also be the entire global. That is the beauty of ETF. Guess what? What you're doing is diversification. When you spread your risk, if one goes down, you know that the rest is still giving you something in return. So that is the other part of it. So open the account, fund the account, and start buying ETF, right? Any of those, S&P 500 is one that I gave out, but there are some more, like SCHD, there's technology and energy, crypto, there is real estate ETF, so many of them, right? So many of them, right? But always remember one thing. What is really important is, a lot of times, one of the mistake people make is they always try to time the market, right? They want to say, oh, when is the market going down and going down? Guess what? The person that is not timing the market and is just simply buying the same thing every single month always win, right? Would definitely timing the market, timing the market, the time that you spend in market always supersede you timing the market. If you want to say, okay, I'm waiting till the day that the stock is down, how do you know when that day is? And when you buy it, how do you know that that is the rock bottom? You don't know. So, but what do you do instead, or what the wealthy does instead? What they do instead is the dollar cost average. They are buying consistently, right? Consistent. You are buying the same amount. You know what that helps you to do? What that helps you to do is, you're buying the same thing every single time, like a clockwork. Okay? Every single time. So when the market is down, you are buying. When it's high, you're buying. When it's low, you're buying. So think about it. You bought stock for $50, but at the same time, you bought another time, you bought it for $100. Another time, we bought it for $150. Another time, we bought it for $200. In all of that, you'd realize that, let's assume that we have the three scenarios: $50, $150, $200. At the end of the whole thing, you will see that your average is going to be around $200. It's going to be less than 200, because that's the highest, right? It's going to be, maybe it's going to be around 150, $125 average, even though you bought one at $200. That is what is called dollar cost averaging. And guess what? That is how the multimillionaires, the wealthy, that is how they manage it. But guess what? Whenever you are growing, right? Guess, like, some people were looking when I bought VOO. I bought VOO at 285. I bought VOO at 250. Right now, VOO is at 640 something, right? I am still buying. I'm still not stop. I do not still stop buying. I am still buying. At a time, VOO is going to become 1,000. I would still be buying. Guess what? At the end of the whole thing, you will see my average will probably be $500, because I have bought it at $200. I'm buying it at $1,000, but my average is at $50. And then guess what? My money is doubled, because my average is $500. Guess what? My money is double. Is going to double, because my average is $500. Even though at some point I bought it at 1,000, at some point I bought it at 200, and that's how it is being done. Why do I know this works, right? If you go on Google, trust but verify, there's something called the rule of 72. The rule of 72 says, if you want to know how long it takes your money to double if you invested in the stock market, the rule of 72 says that your money doubles every 7 years using the rate of return. Put the rate of return, it could be 6 years, it could be 7 years, it could be 8 years. But the rule of 72, it says 7 years, right? 7 years. So it simply means that if you are buying, if you put your money will double every 7 years. And 7 years might sound like a long time until you see what the power of compounding does. 7 years, your money, let's assume that you put 100,000. Thank you so much for the follow. Mayalistic, welcome, and everyone here. If you're talking about smart investing, how to start investing for a beginner, you don't know, you have never started investing, or you started investing, you failed, so you backed out, or you are just a beginner, you are just learning how to invest, this is for you. The step-by-step process is what we are talking about. Today is not about real estate, but smart investing is one of my major pillars of wealth building strategy that I talk here at Money Talk with Dr. Lina. All right, so you think about it. So let's assume that you put $100,000, for instance. 100,000 in 7 years, based on the rule of 72, 100,000 in 7 years becomes 200,000. Yes, it sounds like it's little money, but wait. When in year 14, your 200,000 becomes what? It becomes 400,000. In year 21, your 400,000 becomes 800,000. You did not have a single dime. It's your 100,000 in 21 years that becomes 800,000. And then wait, it gets more beautiful. In year 28, your 100,000 becomes $1.6 million. Wow, exactly. That's it right there. 100,000 is all that you invest. But guess what? Your time, remember I said time in the market always supersedes time in the market. But a lot of people are not patient. They just want to, like, okay, I want it right now. But guess what? People are very, very patient to work 9 to 5 from age 20 to age 65, and that is okay. But when they say invest for 10 years, invest for 20 years, it seems like a long time until you realize that, okay, you're not investing at all. It's even worse off, or you do not even invest anything at all. All right. So that is the power of compound. That's the rule of 72. And guess what? If your money is even higher, right? If your interest is even higher, this is used to 8%, right? If your interest is at 12%, guess what? In less than 20 years, your money will become, your 100,000 becomes 1.6 million. You can take a Google calculator, compound interest calculator, all these things that I'm saying, you verify it. Always trust but verify, right? Always trust but verify. Go online, get a Google calculator right there and start and do it. If you have not gotten your daily admin, do that. It costs you 1 penny. It just helps this life. And if you can share this life as well with your friends and family, press forehead on the screen and share with your contact, and let's keep tapping out the library. Can we get to 10,000 likes? Can we get to, it costs you nothing. It just takes you to tap. It costs you real nothing. Motto, Leo Medical, Ajay, Lady Vaughn, Mike, Mayalistic. Let's keep tapping it out. Plum, thank you all for tapping. Thank you all for tapping. And we're talking about smart investing. how do you invest as a beginner? The easy way that you're not going to lose your money. That's what we are doing today. That's what we're talking about today. Let's keep tapping out. We have quite a number of people here. Who wants to know the next one before we go to the next one? Let's tap it out. Let's tap it out. Let's get it. Let's get it. And the reason why I always say tap it out, because we are the one that will tell the algorithm. You are all here enjoying this, right? How do we tell the algorithm that you are enjoying it, right? This is a value. That's whenever you tap it out, it just basically tell the algorithm that, oh, this is a good content that, a lot of they should have more people on the FYP. So it doesn't, you just sitting there enjoying it and loving it and just locked in. You're not helping the life, okay? You're not helping, you're not sharing with your brothers and sisters. Let's power share. Press the forehead on the screen, my forehead on the screen, and share it with your content. Let them come and learn this. Let's just, if you can power share one more time, and we can also do a go popular. It just makes this place popular. Go popular pushes us to the FYP, gets more people, right? Let them come and let's end the cycle of people putting their money and let their money turn to dumb money, right? Let's tap it out. Let's tap it out. Let's power share. Press my forehead. I know we have quite a number of people. Let's not just listen. Mike, Motto, Lady Vaughn, Realistic, Leo Medical, Ajay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get it to 5,000. Let's tap to 5,000. Okay, and then we'll talk about the next point. Okay. Plum, thank you so much for tapping out the live, and thank you so much for the follow. And on those on YouTube, thank you all for subscribing. We're trying to get to 20 subscribers today, so tap it and share with your friends and family. Okay, share with your friends and family. So I can tell you this strategy actually works. Is there a reason why we are not tapping? I mean, we are all locked in. I know we are definitely all locked in. Can we all tap? Can we all tap so that some people would learn? And then thank you for sharing the live, Mary Wallace. Thank you. Can we tap it? Can we tap it? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Can we all power share? Okay, thank you. Can we all tap it? Oh, I also want to know, is there a reason why people don't tap? Is there a reason? Is there a reason why people don't tap the live and don't share? Right? Is there a reason? I just want to understand. Is there a reason? Because I got to some other people's life and it's just 3 people, right? And they will have like 10,000, 40,000 taps. But when I'm here, I'll have quite some decent number of people and they are all locked in, but they never tap. Why? Is there a reason? I just want to know, like, really, I just want to know. And they're not sharing the live, they're not tapping, but then they're still enjoying it, right? Yeah, please, let's tap out, whenever you come to this live. It just helps because then it also moves us to, see the D1 league, it moves us to like the C league. And when we get to the C, what also happens is there will be more people, right? More crowd in here, right? It's all these things that I'm talking about. It's not financial literacy. We were not taught in school. We were taught one thing, to go to school, right? Get a job. But nobody teaches us how to build the wealth. Whatever I'm teaching right now, it's the gap between the school, right? Selfera, welcome. It's the gap that we're having. Hey, thank you so much for the daily at me. And please get your daily at me as well. Get your daily at me. You can find it right there. It costs you 1 penny, right? 1 penny. You find it right there, or you find it down here. Cost you 1 penny. If you're really enjoying this and you find it really, oh, hi, Selfara and everyone. If you find this information, because at times I see people, they're locked in, 15 people, they're all locked in and they are going to be here from the beginning of my life to the end of my life, and they never tap one time. And I'm wondering, what is it? Is it that you don't love me, or you don't like, just like my information, but you don't like me, or you don't like the name? Can we tap it out, please? Can we? Because it just helps the life, right? Thank you so much, Selfera, for that. Thank you so much for the gift. Really appreciate it. You have an absolutely amazing content as well. Thank you for having me in your life. Great life. Thank you, Mary Wallace. Thank you. The other day, somebody was so upset here. Yes, the other day, and we're like, "This is a great life. How come people are not tapping? How come?" Right? How come? I'll have quite a number of people here. Even if every person here is tapping at 1,000 lives, right? Oh, goals achieved. Thank you. Woo. If everyone here is just tapping 1,000, we would get to 10,000 in less than 10 minutes. But a lot of time, people are just sitting here and they're loving it, they're enjoying it because I get comments, I get DMs, but then they never tap. Come on, right? As much as you are enjoying the information, please tap out. That's all that you can. And it's not for anything. It's just to ensure that that's the only way I can. They're just dragged. Yeah, because the digital. Thank you so much for the follow. Some people just come get this information. They don't follow. They don't tap. They don't. But they get the information. They start from beginning to the end, and I'm like, okay, all right. It's not for anything, really. It's not for anything. It's just so that we can move from D1 lead to C, and then we move from C. It gets that's how the fact that you're just sitting here, you're not doing anything. It just you are holding some other people from enjoying this, right? Not enjoying, get educated, because whatever I'm teaching here is the gap in the educational system. This is real education, right? Is the gap between within the educational system, the educational curriculum, because they teach us to get a skill, become a doctor, lawyer, or whatever you are, right? Right, engineer. But guess what? I have a lot of clients. I literally just had a one-on-one consultation. The person was making $14,000, but guess what? She has credit card debt, right? And she said, and I'm like, but you can literally pay this debt in 2 months. She said, I did not even know. And she's already building. In 2 months, you would have a debt paid off in 2 months because she's making that good money. And then she's building wealth. And she said, wow, how come nobody's teaching this? So I am closing the gap. And myself, people like Call to Leap and so many of those. Yeah, can we just tap it out? Can we share? Right? Can we do 1,000? At least do 1,000 or do 2,000 whenever you come to my life, please. Let's do that. I mean, people have three people in their life and they are tapping 50,000. 50,000 taps. It costs you nothing, just your finger. Just show love. And if you haven't subscribed on my YouTube channel as well, it's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. On Instagram is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So motivated, I'm getting how many? So I have 12 people right now, and I would get 12 subscribers on my YT. And also, we should be able to get to 50,000 taps today. Like, let every one of us keep tapping. And back to the class, right? Back to the class. Really appreciate every one of you. I mean, it's one of those times I just wanted to ask really genuinely. I love all of you, but I just wanted us to also do, just so we can push ourselves further. And get your daily at me is 1 cent. Daily at me. I just genuinely wanted to really understand, and I see this a lot when it comes to personal finance things, right? Any life that's personal finance, people are just sitting there, they are listening, even though there are 500 people, they're just listening and they're not reacting, they're not doing anything, yeah. So let us thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much, Ajay D for life. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. Let's get it to 50,000 today. Let's break the record, and thank you all for sharing the live. Let's get it to 50,000 nonstop. All right, so we're talking about investing, right? Investing for beginners, right? Investing for beginners where you don't lose your money, things that people get wrong, how you can do it right, and all of that. That's what we're doing today. See, now that we are all tapping, can you see the numbers are going up? Can you see? Can we also power share? Can we power share? Can we power share? Can we get our daily at me as well? It's 1 cent. That's the least, right? It doesn't cost you anything. And if you can also do popular, go popular as well. Also get this life popular. Go popular is 1 cent as well. If you can, that would be absolutely amazing. Go popular will be great as well. So please, let's power share. Let's tap. Power Share, Go Popular, and of course, your daily admin. Okay? Thank you so much out there. So, investing for beginners, step by step. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina, I'm Doctor of Business, Health Professional. Build wealth the right way. Turn your 9 to 5 to wealth. So I'm that gap within the school curriculum on income to wealth. Okay, that gap. That's what I am feeling right here. Awesome. So smart, the strategy that we're talking about, it's called smart investing, right? The one that is used by the multimillionaires and the billionaires, which you can use. That's what helped me to move from somebody that lost $100,000 to somebody that now built. I mean, that is now. I mean, I've crossed hundreds of thousands when it comes to smart investing. I mean, this is investing returns, right? Returns on investing, because literally S&P 500 has returned averagely between 8 to 12% in the past 30 40 years, averagely. Last year it returned 18%, so it's way better than your 0.01% that you get with your bank. And if you haven't follow, if you haven't subscribe as well. Do not forget that as well. I love you guys so much. You know that, right? You know that. Awesome. Great. So having said that, so the first thing, for those that are just joined, I'll just do a quick run. The first thing that you want to do is open your investment account. Investment account are basically like a Fidelity in the US, Vanguard, there's Charles Schwab. Those are the top three. There's Robinhood. There is also there is Ameritrade. There's quite a number of them. Merrill Lynch with Bank of America, JP Morgan with Chase. All of those places are where you can actually open your investment account, right? That's the first step, right, to investing. The second step is you need to fund your account, right? Whatever money that you want to put into the account, fund it, right? Basically, because that's what you're going to use to start investing. Then number three is you buy ETF. ETF is exchange traded funds or index funds, right? ETF is exchange, it's just a basket of stock. Because why is this a good strategy? Is Webull? Yes, Webull is also a good option. Yes, it's a good option. It's a good option. But for you, if you are going to do your Roth IRA, right? Roth IRA, and by the way, what account should you open, right? There's Roth IRA for your, if you have your 401k with your employer, also have your Roth IRA outside of your employer, because this one grows tax-free, right? It's taxed at the source, but when you get it at your retirement, if you put 100,000 and it becomes $1 million, 1 million is what you're going to get. It's not going to be taxed. Your 401k is going to be taxed at retirement, right? There's going to be capital gain on it at retirement. So it's a wealth building. Roth IRA is a wealth building strategy, but you cannot get the money until you have 15, after 59 and a half. If you take the money before 59 and a half, you get your money, but you get penalty. Now, those 401k, your Roth IRA, those take care of your future, your retirement, okay? So you don't have to wait on your children as your retirement benefit, and you are not waiting on Social Security as your benefit. And then the other one is your brokerage that you can take at any time. It's going to be tax capital gain on it, but you can get your money out at any time, right? So you want to have all three of them. Another thing is your HSA, your health savings account. That's the other one as well that a lot of people forget this. People talk about this, but this one, it's for your health, and it's triple returns on it. It has more triple returns on the HSA, because at old age, you know that you will need it, right? You will need it, okay? So that is the beauty of HSA. You can use it now as well, but it just saves for you right there. What's the three accounts? Okay, you have your 401k with your employer, match to the max that your employer matches. Then the second thing is your Roth IRA. The third is your brokerage, your regular brokerage account. And the fourth one is your HSA. Those are the four investment accounts that you should have ideally, right? Those are the four accounts you should have. Now, whenever I talked about Vanguard and all of that, Fidelity in the United States, if you are in Canada, you can also, you're welcome, Darlington. I hope you're typing out. Yes, you asked the question, Ajuti, have you all gotten your daily admin? Get your daily admin. Get your daily admin. And thank you for tapping out the live. We're getting to 50,000 taps today. Yes, baby Emma. Yeah, God bless you too. Thank you so much for the follow. Tap out the live, and if you also subscribe to my channel, it's Money Talk with Dr. Lina on YT as well. You have a whole lot of good information right there for you. And if you haven't followed right here, I don't know what you're doing. Tap out, tap out, tap out. We're getting to 50,000 today, and share it out. Invite your friends. I believe everyone is saying thank you so much. Thank you, coach. Everybody's saying God bless you. Yes, you can also do that by tapping out and also share with your friends and your enemies. Trust me, they won't be, you guys will not become enemies after this information because they know you genuinely care about them. Okay? Yeah. I mean, and those ex that you are very angry with as well, just share with them, you know. Trust me, when you share them this, their hearts will be softened, even though you were the one that cheated on them. I'm just kidding. I'm just in my vibes today. Yeah. But absolutely, it's so those are the four accounts that that you need to have. Now, if you are in Canada, you can open any of those accounts in the US, like I mentioned earlier. All of these accounts, you can open it in the US. Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab's, Ameritrade, you can open it in the US. Anyone that works for you, right? Anyone that works for you, you can definitely do that, right? The other one that you want to also do, all right? The other one that you want to also Canada. If you're in Canada, Wealth Simple is your option because I know this is not just US, especially on the YouTube. It's not just US. Canada, you have Wealth Simple. Then there is also in Europe there is Trading 212, and they have some other options, right? By the time I share, there's a smart investing workshop coming, and you have the list of all those different banks or investment companies that organize investment houses, right? But that you can open with, right? Do your own review, open it, right? You'll get that list in that in your email so that you can open it. Okay, you'll get that list. Just be on the lookout for that. All right, I'll talk about it after this session. All right, so you don't want to run away because there is the goodies. This is just icing. This is just a tip of the iceberg. Pi 212, welcome, and everyone, welcome. We're trying to get to 50,000 taps today, right? 50,000. So everybody, let's keep tapping. Except, there's no reason. Just tap, tap, tap all the way. At least everybody's tapping 2,000. It costs you nothing. You're tapping 2,000 today. Everybody is tapping 2,000 each today. We will tell the FYP that this life is actually beneficial. It is benefiting a lot of people, right? You see, and we are also power sharing. Let's share that out the life. Follow if you haven't followed. We're talking about how to invest the right way, where you don't lose money, right? Right? The fear, one of the biggest fear is that people lose money in the stock market. And if you have not gotten your daily at me, get it right there. It costs you 1 penny, and it also helps this life because it helps you. It helps this life as well. I signed up for the workshop. I didn't get an email though. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me, you should get an email. I'll check it for the workshop, the Smart Investing Workshop. Okay, I'll check it. I will check it, Safira. But good, thank you for the workshop. I'll check it. I'll be on the, yeah, I'll check it. Okay, so great. You're welcome, Safira. We're welcome. So having said that, for people in Canada, Wealth Simple, right? In the UK, Trading 212. If you are in Africa, right? In Africa, there is Bamboo, there is Investment One, there's Stanbic IBTC. There's quite a number of them, and like the one that Sephora is talking about, watches the workshop that is coming up, you would get the list of all this investment houses, right? That you can actually go and get your own choice, make a choice, right? Read their review, you go and open it. I said nobody will get, and it's free, by the way. The Smart Investing Workshop is free. So I'm going to share the details right after this. So you want to be locked in, you want to be here all the way to the end. So you have to open your account. Once you open your account, the first step is what? You open your account with any of these that I mentioned, or the ones that in the list that will be provided. Open it, right? Do your reviews, do whichever one that is comfortable with, that you are comfortable with, that's what you open. I don't have any preference, right? I can only tell you the one that I opened the where I have my account. So once you open the account, and then the next thing that you do is you're going to fund the account, right? Fund the account. When you fund the account, you start buying ETF. Why is ETF great? Okay, ETF is one thing that it's spread your risk across board. You are not just buying one stock that risks you losing all your money. You are buying an entire basket of food. And let's keep tapping out the life. I see that stuff. You're getting to, I know we are all locked in. As we are locked in, let us keep tapping out the life. Let's keep tapping out the life. Let's not forget doing that. Yeah, let's not. Or is it that whenever I'm talking, I'm so passionate, so that's why people get locked in and they forget to tap out the light. So Farah Moto, Digital Lady, Darlington, Mayalistic, Lady Von, Della, Ajay, Anne with Esosa, Mike, Little Medical. Let's do that. Let's keep tapping out the life. Let's do our daily me. Let us power share one more time. Share with your friends. Let's get 30 people, 50 people to this live today. Let them come and, I know that this is a beginner thing. This is what people ask me every day, every single. Thank you so much for the Go Popular. Go Popular makes this live very, very popular. And then it sends us on the FYP, and more people learn this, because when they learn this, everybody is just putting their money in a bank, right? They just put their money and put 0.01%. And now they have the opportunity of getting their money returns 18%, return 10%. This is what it's all about. And that's why the only reason why I'm asking that, let's tap out the lives, let's share the life, let's, and I mean, I probably will not talk about tap out the life again in my life again for another week or two, but I just today is just one day that it would help a lot of people for beginner investing. This is for beginners. All right. So once you have your account open, you have the account funded, right? You fund the account. The next thing that you would do is you set the automation right there. And you might be wondering, what is automation? We'll talk about it when we get into, that's part of the smart investing workshop. Every of this, it's a workshop, it's not a class, right? You would learn all of this. But just for people that just want to, for the purpose of people that they already have an idea of this, right? Whenever you open the account, you fund the account, you buy your S&P 500, you buy NASDAQ 100, you buy whatever ETF that you want to buy, right? ETF is a basket of stock, right? So you can buy the entire US market, you can buy international, you can buy the European market, you can buy, top 500, top 1,000, you can buy just energy. So whatever is in that basket is what you are buying. But you are not just buying individual, you are buying multiple. With $1, you don't need it. With $1, you can buy with 100, you can buy 100,000. So no excuse, right? You know what to buy now, you know how to open the account, and you know that you don't need so much to invest. Right now you have everything in your hands and you do not have any reason. So once you have that, then you also set the automation. I always talk about this. Automation is very important because you can do it one time, you set it and you go. And guess what? Whenever people are saying that, oh, you know what, now I have an investment of $200,000 in my account. I hope you know that they did not get it in one day. It's not like they woke up and just put the $200,000. You'll be surprised that all they were doing was $1,000 or $500 or $200 every single month. That's what they're putting. What's the best ETF to buy? So the popular one is S&P 500, right? The very popular one. It returns 8 to 12% because its growth, its value, it's pretty steady. It has returned between it's returned 8 to 12%, and it has returned this for the past it's returned this for the past 30 years, 30, 40 years. So even with people that invested before and after the 2008, right? The 2008 bubbles, or what's it called? Downfall or whatever, right? Market crash. those people still came out on the winning side, right? It's just like some people bought in during COVID. Guess what? Right? Last year it returned 18%. And whenever they say average, you know that it's not like it's returning 8 to 12% every year. No. There are years when it returned 32%. There are years, and I can show the charts. I'll show the chart when we have the smart investing workshop. So you would see how does it return, because it's average, right? So there are times when it returns 4%. There's a year when it returns 32%, there's a year 24%. Last year it returned 18%. So it's average. So always remember that. And that is why this strategy is not get rich quick scheme. This strategy is long-term investing, medium long-term investing, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? That is what the strategy is, because you can be sure that in 7 years your money is going to double. In less than 7 years, it could double. 5 years, 4 years, depending on the kind of ETFs that you're buying. But even the least one, the money should double in 7 years, which is pretty decent, right? Pretty decent. To think that if you put it in, you just leave it in your bank. I mean, first of all, to think that you are not losing money, your principal is still there. But on top of that, your principal can become double, almost guaranteed in 7 years. That is pretty decent. Because if you put that same money in a guaranteed, your Bank of America where you save it, you get 0.01%. Trust me, your money is going to double in 144 years. 144 years is what it's going to take for your money to double, because you only get 0.01%. So if this one provides you that almost that level of safety, and your money is going to double in 7 years, that's a no-brainer. That's you don't it's not even worth thinking, because you are not going to lose money. You are putting money here because you don't want to lose it, but you're getting 0.01%, right? Your money is going to double in 144 years because you're getting 0.01% on top of the admin fees, on top of the inflation. However, here your money is doubling in 7 years, like with the rule of 72. Just doing the ETF, like an S&P 500 has returned averaging between 8 to 12% in the past 30-40 years. I always say that trust but verify. Go and check it yourself. Go on Google and search that yourself. What happens when you want to withdraw your money? It's stock. I mean, it's just like stock. It's not, you're not withdrawing. How do I put it? Digital, I don't know what you I don't know how much you know about investing, but this is just treated as stock. It's not, you are not putting money, it's not like you're putting money in it's not somebody investing for you. It's not that. It's not one of those scams that they are putting out there where they would say bring your money and put it. No. This is you buying in the stock market. The only difference is individual stock versus multiple stock, right? It's going to be there. You would see it if you open Fidelity. If you want to open, whenever you want to purchase, it would say stock or ETF, right? That's it. And the way you can sell your stock immediately, the same way you can sell ETF immediately. So buy, sell is the same button, right? It's the same button. So it's immediate. It's the only other one is if you are doing index fund, that is end of the day. That's when you get your money. But with stock, your money is immediate right there. You buy it the same way you can buy it immediately. That's the same way you can trade it and sell it immediately. You are buying in the stock market. This one is not. It's not like. And it's not, how do I put it? It's not like you're putting money somewhere. No. It's not money market. It's not treasury. It's stock. It's basically stock. It's ETF or stock. Something is either you are buying stock is one, ETF is multiple. Something that's just the difference. Like you're using your money to buy one stock of Amazon, but the same money you can decide to use the same money to buy Amazon, Apple, Coca-Cola, all of this top 500 companies in one. Or if you are just doing energy or you are buying real estate, all of the things that are just in that basket. That's what you're buying. All right. So it's immediate, instant, instant. More than instant. I hope that answers your question, digital lady. I hope that answers your question. And let's keep tapping out the light. We're getting to 50,000 today. Let's keep, and everyone at least do at least 10,000. Do you sell and buy whenever? Oh yes, during the trading window. The trading window, the stock market is closed over the weekend and during the holidays, right? That's when it's closed. And then if the stock market opens, I think, is it 8 or 9? 8 to 3 p.m., right? That's it. That's the trading window. That's the trading window. You can sell within the trading window. You can buy and sell. You cannot buy outside of the trade. You can't buy over the weekend, except for, there's some after, like Robinhood and some platform has after trading, right? But then most platforms, you can only trade within that window. Does that answer your question, digital lady? All right. Let's keep tapping it out. Everyone, let's keep digital lady. Okay, let's tap it out and get your daily at me as well. You're asking question. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if that answers your question. Let's keep tapping out the line. Let's share as well. Okay, let's share as well. Okay. Did you get your daily at me? I believe that you, and if you haven't followed, follow right here. Follow right here. Okay, let's power share one more time. Okay, thank you so much for the power sharing, and thank you for tapping out the live. Thank you for the Go Populars. Thank you for the daily at me. We're getting to 50,000 today. Let's keep tapping it out. We'll be rounding up in 10 minutes. So, I believe every one of us start putting 2,000 each. We're going to get there. Let's keep tapping out. It doesn't cost you anything. So, Motto, Digital Lady, Delay, Chris, Jess, Mayalistic Lady Yvonne, and every other person, Plum, Mayalistic Mike. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping. I know we are all locked in. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep sharing. Can I have more than one account, like having? Oh, yes, absolutely. You can. I mean, even with Fidelity, you can open your Roth. All right. You have your Roth and you can also have your brokerage, right? But ideally, I mean, you can decide to split your money that way, like on Webull, because Webull and Robinhood, those ones are pretty newer investment platform, right? So I would typically, just like your Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo. So whenever I'm doing Roth IRA or my major money, I typically want to do those big companies. So like Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard or Ameritrade, where you can actually walk into, right? I don't want to put my 100,000 or 200,000 in a Robinhood, for instance, because it's online. If anything goes wrong, I don't know where to go into. Just the same, I mean, maybe I'm very traditional. I'm not a Gen Z, right? So maybe that. But I would do my Roth in maybe a Fidelity, those top three. But then I can put my vacation money, all this play money, and put it in a Robinhood, right? So every one of them, so just split it that way as well. That's the only recommendation. Ajay, I hope that answers your question. Royal Choice, thank you so much for the follow. And thank you all for tapping out the live. Awesome. And please feel free to ask your question. So once you open that account and you fund the account, ensure do automation. Okay, great. Do automation. Automate it, set it so that, as you are paying your taxes, you are getting paycheck, you are paying your taxes, you are paying your health, whatever. Also pay yourself. How do you pay yourself? Make sure that there's a deduction that is going into your investment that is also automated, that is buying this investment for you. And that is how you dollar cost average. That is how you reduce, you're buying clockwork. Stock is high, is low, is middle, you are buying. And that is how you build wealth over time. So it's not about timing the market. I mean, the timing the market. It's about the time, because the time is what is going to help you grow your money. The time that you spend in the market, that's what is going to grow your money, right? So day trading is when you are looking at it and you say that, okay, when is it going to go down? If you are not a day trader, right, you don't have the time, you have a full-time job. Most day trader is a full-time job for them. But if you have a full-time job, then just leave it there. Buy it like a clockwork. Don't let it become a job for you. Don't turn it to another job for yourself. Keep buying, come rain or shine, and then that's how you build wealth. Because the worst case is that in 7 years your money doubles. That's the worst case. So just keep it there. And trust me, a lot of time, you realize that you spending the time in the market, you even make more money than people that are just doing quick run, because they also pay some very high short game. The shorts is capital gain tax for the short sale or whatever. They also pay that, right? So because yours is going to be long, which the taxes are lower, right? The taxes are lower. And you don't have any business. The stock market goes down. It's none of your business, because tomorrow it goes up again. I mean, Last week or 3 weeks ago, the stock S&P 500 was at 685. Today, if you go and check it, is at all-time high. 7 6 is it 650 something right now, almost $100 more. So that is how you trade. You don't just, and whenever you see the stock market goes down, always know that that is just a paper loss. It's just on paper, right? It doesn't mean that you have lost your money, right? Just focus, right? Focus on your focus and mind your business. You are not in the business of selling, right? Don't let your money be dumb money, because on the Wall Street, they call everybody dumb money, right? They call us dumb money. Whenever the middle class, that's what they call our money, our hard-earned money. They call it dumb money. I'm not the one calling it. Just go and Google it, dumb money. That is the money of the middle class, because they sell. We all sell at the lowest, but buy at the highest. That is being done, right? That's what they call it. Dr. Chudi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for following. And were you in my Mimi's masterclass? Possibly, yes, possibly. Mimi, yes. Welcome, and thank you for that was when I was doing the consultation or trying to set up the store. And yeah, welcome. Follow if you haven't followed. Thank you for tapping out the live, and thank you for sharing the live and getting others right here. Welcome. Oh yes, I remember you, Dr. Chudi. I remember you. Welcome. How's it going with you? How is it going? Awesome. Great. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for tapping out the live. We're getting to 50,000 taps today. I want to know that reason today why you come to my live. You stay there all day. You enjoy everything, but you never tap. You never get your daily outfit. You never do go popular. You don't. You're just there and you are just enjoying. And you're back tomorrow. Come on now. Come on. Share it with your friends. Even if it's nothing. Even share with your ex. Share with your enemies. Trust me, they will love you after, because they would understand how to build wealth the right way. Right? Let's keep tapping out the light. We are getting to 50,000, and we have, because I have school runs in the next 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes, so let us keep tapping out. Let's share the live. Cute Sammy, thank you for sharing the live. And every one of us. And today we are talking about investing. For the beginners, you don't know how to invest. You have never invested before. Today is for you, right? You don't have, or you think that I don't have money. $1. $1 you can invest, right? $1 you can invest. Yes, I'm telling you, $1 you can invest. And at the same time, you are afraid that you're going to lose your money. You work hard for your money. Because of that, you are keeping it in the bank. You are keeping it under your pillow. Inflation is eating that money. But this strategy, you're going to get at averagely between 8 to 12%, right? Putting it in an S&P 500, it has returned between 8 to 12% in the past 30, 40 years. Averagely, last year it returned 18%. It's pretty popular. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is how you get returns on your investment. Proven, practical, tested by somebody like Warren Buffett, tested by the multimillionaires and the billionaires. Go on Google, go on ChatGPT and Google, where does the multimillionaire put their money? You will see it right there. Thank you so much for the clap. Dr. Chidi, thank you so much for the clap. So for those that are just joining, okay, yeah, perfect. For those that are just joining, you need to start with what? You need to open your account. Open your investment account. 2, make sure that you fund that account. 3, make sure that and Dr. Chidi, I'll have you shortly. Make sure you fund the account. Then 4, set up the automation, right? And then leave it and let it fly. See your money double in less than 7 years. That is the longest it can. Your money is almost protected, right? Almost protected. I mean, there's always risk in investing, but these ones has returned between 8 to 12%. If you put it in Nasdaq 100, 18 to 22%, right? More risky, more risk, more returns, right? Nasdaq 100. There's dividends as well. You want cash flow, there's the ETF for dividend. You want to invest real estate, but you don't want to deal with tenants, there is real estate for ETF. You just want to buy the entire US market, you can buy. You don't like US at all, buy international. This is the level of flexibility. You like energy, buy energy ETF. That is the level of flexibility. A lot of people always think that, it's so difficult to invest. Trust me, you are the one making it difficult for yourself. And okay, my sleep. Okay, welcome. And on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to get to 20 subscribers. So that is the step right there. So if you are really serious about how to invest, and we're still getting to, let's get to 20,000. If you are really serious about how to get the step started, right? You want a hand holding. You want me to, you are still afraid, right? Because you have all the information here. You can easily do it right now as I speak, right? But you are still afraid, or you still that, you know what? A lot of people procrastinate. There's a workshop that is coming. That workshop is called the Smart Investing Workshop, where you're going to get all of this thing done. It's free, but registration is required. Do not say I did not do something for you in this 2026. Part of my goal or whatever in 2026 is that whoever gets to meet me, we each 15,000. Great. Can we get to 20,000? I said 50,000. 50,000. But Moto, thank you so much. We got to 15, but we're getting to 50. Great. Let's get to 20,000. Let's get to 20,000. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Della, Chrissy, Dr. Judith, thank you. Let's get to 20,000. Then we'll move it to 50,000. Awesome. So great. We've all done well. I'm glad to know that you guys love me. It's not just everybody's just locked in, or maybe because I'm not talking about it enough. That's why people don't talk. That's why people, they feel that maybe I'm Dr. Lina, so she doesn't. It's not good for her to. She doesn't like all this stuff. No, it's not for me. It's just for the algorithm. See, we have moved from top 99 before. Now we are at top 80. Can we, if we keep tapping out, what you will see is that we will be at top 20, then we'll be at top 10%. That's what you would see. And then we'll push us from a D1 league to a C league. Just in case you don't know, all these things are the things that happen. And then when we get to the C league, what you'll see is that you have more people. The algorithm will automatically push people here. So we need to push it. It's in your hands to let people know that, okay, it's good quality information. I mean, I do trainings, free trainings, and I get 1,700 people register. That means that there's something, it's good information, right? It's good information. The Smart Investing Workshop, if you have learned about this is just the surface. In the Smart Investing Workshop, it's a workshop, it's not a class, it's not a training, it's a workshop. It's hands-on, right? It's going to have a requirement for you to open your account and all of that. You're going to get the list of the account, and you can simply go on Google, so that when you come into that class, as you are going, you should be able to have your investment set up, automation set up, everything that you need. If you don't touch it again for another 5 years and you are just looking at it, trust me, you have done something well. That is the goal for this life, right? That is the goal for this life. I mean, for this workshop. That's why it's a workshop. It's different from the real estate investing boot camp. Is totally different. That one was a boot camp because it takes 90 days for you to buy real estate. But this one, we're going to be doing it right there in that life. Right there. The only issue that we might have it's a weekend, so your transaction might be holding right there. Right? I'm not going to be trading for you. You are going to be trading by yourself. I'll give you ideas. I will guide you. These are stock ETFs that I buy. I'll put the trend right there. See it, like I talked about S&P 500. I tell you the top 10. You will now make your choices and selection. Set it up. Do the automation. Know the amount you want to be deducting every single paycheck. And trust me, I'll do this for you, and you see me in 10 years, and you give me a tight hug if you go with this process, because that money that you say you do not have, trust me, $1,000, right? $1,000, $10,000 a year, right? $10,000 a year. You know what that is? That is $27 a day. So that $27 that you are blowing every single day, using on your coffee, using on your lunch, right? Those lunch, buying on TT Street and buying things that you do not need, that is $10,000 that could actually lead to, remember I talked about 100,000 becoming 1.6 million, right? That is in 10 years, if you have that your $27 right there, that is your $1.6 million that we are talking about. That's your 1.6 million. So it's in the little things that people don't pay attention. That's why whenever I do, I always repurpose. I always add something to some so that you will understand. $27. People blow $27. In short, less than they sitting, right? Less than they sitting. So the smart investing workshop is going to be on the May the 2nd. May the 2nd, it's free, but registration is required. It's a workshop. The reason why registration is required is because it's going to be all of my followers across all the platforms. So I have followings on Twitter, on YT. I have followings on TT, but I have even larger followings on IG, right? Have larger following on IG, and I want to make sure that I'm best use of everybody's time. I cannot do this trading here, do this trading. It's a best use of my own time and your own time, where we all come into one room and you are able to ask all your questions. You are able to do it. You are going to be coming to class with your laptops, just so you can, or your gadget, so that you can have it set it up. It's going to have a requirement, actions that for you to take before the class. So you want to register. The link is in the bio. You would find it in the bio, and I will show you what it looks like. So see, you will find it right here. So see, it might look different. This is on my computer, so you can have it. You will see nestq.me right here. Then you would it would try to trick you to keep you here. So you click on open anyway. All right, so this is the shop. This is so for everyone, and on YouTube you should have it there right now. So you would see it. It's this one right here. It's Smart Investing Workshop. Turn your income into real estate, real wealth. So you see right now is at $0. That is going to change one after, right? I'm going to be doing this training one time. I only do trainings one time. If you take advantage of it, the people that took advantage of the real estate boot camp, how you buy your real estate in 90 days. Some of us are on that training. Let me know, put in the comments if you find it valuable, how that helped you. Right now, that training it was $39.99 at some point. Now is at it was $69.99. Now that boot camp is $99.99. So right now, for the Smart Investing Workshop, that is $0. $0. Register, take advantage of it, and you would be able to once you register, it's going to tell you what you need to do. Yeah, you're welcome. Motto was there. Yes, Motto was there. You said very informative. I know quite a number. Very, very informative. I break it down. Even real estate is very technical, but I tell you, I need to show you the review, right? I need to show you the review of people. They say you break it down, make it easy. Remember, I'm a doctor of business, so I'm a professor, so I lecture AI cybersecurity, and I also lecture deep learning in the university. Teach kids that, and at the same time, I'm a vice president of technology, so I have people working for me, so I need to teach them, be able to break things down when it comes to technology and controls and compliance and all of those kind of shenanigans, right? In technology field. So I get to teach. I'm not just going to, I will teach you and break it down, make you understand, right? So, and this is why I said this one is a workshop. It's totally different. And I see people already making purchase. Congrats to that person. You are actually doing this. This is something that you would see me in 10 years. You would give me a hug. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. I just told myself, I said, anybody that crossed my path this year, you will have zero reason. Right? I know things, and I've been taking note of reason why people do not reason why people do not invest. I've been taking note of it based on what I get in my DMs. Oh, I don't have money. Now this $1, you can start investing, right? And as a matter of fact, nobody should say I don't have money in investing. If you are working and you are paying taxes, don't let me get hungry. If you are paying taxes, even with your minimum wage, then you cannot use $1 to invest in yourself. I'm not saying pay me, it's for yourself. I hope we know that Social Security will not be there by the time we're at retirement. And your children will not be your retirement plan, because they also have their bills. So, thing is that now is the time. Don't let it be in in 5 years or in 10 years, I wish I started. Now is the opportunity. Now you have the time. Now you have the resource. Now you have somebody that, and then the other thing is that I don't know how to get started. I don't even know how to open the account. That's why it's a workshop. It's not a training, right? It's a workshop such that in there you can ask all your questions. Okay, do it this way. This is how you do automation. This is how much you should buy. This is how much you should buy in terms of S&P 500. This is what you should put in Nasdaq. And that is how you do it. All right, that's how you do it. It costs you nothing. It's $0. Everything that it costs you is you taking your time right now to get registered, and also, get registered and be present in the class. Don't register if you know you will not be there. Do not, because we have limited seats, we have limited slots, and once it's full, it's full. So if you're not going to be there, it's going to be on May the 2nd, which is next week Saturday. So you have at least almost 10 days within your to plan yourself, plan your schedule. It's going to be 12 p.m. Central Time, so you have all the time to prepare. So it's now, I always try to do something, even my kids knows this, before I whoop you or you get into trouble, right? I will give you number one, I will give you pardon you the first time. Second time is the third time, right? The same thing when it comes to my students. If you submit late, I will allow you the first time. Second time, the third time, I'm going to be that strict professor that you will not like, because you're going to get 0 in grading. And that's the same thing. I always look, what is the gap that you can have? So I have identified, is it money that is the issue? $1, you can start investing. Just set it up and do $1, even if it's that. Oh, I don't know how to get started. I'm doing the training, right? Doing the training. Just the same way with the real estate bootcamp. I did the training because I know that you could lose money in real estate investing. That's why we had how to buy your real estate in 90 days, right? Even with your 9 to 5, I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, right? And I've been investing for over a decade when it comes to real estate. But in terms of investing, I started right from I started close to 2 decades now. When I started my career, close to 2 decades is when I've been investing. I have lost money. Yes, I have lost close to 100,000 in the stock market. Doing day trading, do every other thing that did not work. Day trading, penny stock, options trading, it did not work for me. It probably worked for some people. However, for me, what has worked is this smart investing, because I went on Google and searched, where does the multi-millionaire put their money? And that's what I started, and this has worked. Another thing is that I looked at the person that they call the Lord of Investing. Congratulations to the other person that just made the purchase. Congratulations to you as well, to the person that just do it. Just do it right now so you don't forget. Don't say, don't say that you did not, right? It's $0. It just takes you a minute. Unless you did a good job, under 1 minute, you can actually get it. Another person made the purchase. Good job, good job, good job for sure. Good job to all of you. It's $0. It costs you nothing, and you can definitely just get it registered right now. You should also be getting emails. Somebody said she did not get email earlier, so I need to look into it and make sure that if you don't get the email, I'll look at your email. I will get to send you an email directly as well, just so, because you need to have your account open ahead of the class, right? So you have time. Please, how do I be a part of? And that's it right here. That's it. Let me go back one step again. You go on my page. First of all, you subscribe to my channel. Okay, let me do this. You go on my page right now. If you haven't followed Money Talk with Dr. Lina, follow. That's the first step. Secondly, Money Talk with Dr. Lina on YT, which is YouTube, right? Subscribe. Then on Instagram, IG, subscribe everywhere, so that I know you're a follower, because I'm giving this for free, right? And this is going to be life-changing. On a more serious note, there's no reason why you will not follow me across all the platform, right? There's a great, see? So follow, for everybody, follow. And on YouTube as well, follow. On Instagram, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. I even have larger following right there. I'm the same thing everywhere. Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Then you get here, you click on next2.me. That's my bio, right? And then you click open anyway. Once you do that, then you will see it right here. It's the first one. Smart investing workshop, turn your income into real wealth, right? Turn your income into real wealth. It's May the 2nd, and it's going to be 12 Central Time. So it's 1 Eastern Time, 12 Central Time. Please do not register if you know that you are not going to be there. It's because we have very limited seats, and once the class is full, it's full. So take your advantage. I just started talking about it today. I have my $1 million league, like you have it right here. Those people definitely for sure. So for the people that bought the real estate bootcamp I'm going to also be sending you guys the link. You should have the access to the what's it called? You're welcome. You should have the access to the you should have the access to the Telegram group now. I'm going to also put it in the Telegram group. And for the people that want to invest in real estate, so I talk about 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, real estate. Pillar number 2, pillar number 1, smart investing. Pillar number 2, real estate. So if you want to, real estate is going to pay you in 6 different ways. And if you want to grow your wealth, it's a wealth accelerator, it's a wealth engine. You would have it here, right? Real estate bootcamp. That is $99.99. You can get that as well. And if you want a mentorship, people reach out for mentorship, you will find it here. NDL, it's called the $1 Million League. It's a 90 days mentorship, right? 90 days mentorship with 90 days mentorship. That's what it is. And you will have 4 to 5 sessions of what's it called? One-on-one. Okay? You want a one-on-one, you would find it there right there as well. One-on-one right there. All right, I need to go. Congratulations to people that already registered. Go ahead and register, share with your friends, and get to register so that you can start building wealth. Get the smart investing. You're a beginner. Start with smart investing. Then thereafter then you start. Once you have the capital, it's a flow income. Take some of it, put it on in ETF. Then once the money gets to the capital that you need for your down payment for real estate, buy real estate, then you get cash flow from the real estate, then you add it to your income and you do it again. That's how you build wealth. That's a cycle, right? And those are the pillars that I also talk about: the financial freedom, financial money, because money is not the goal. Financial freedom is the goal. Okay. All right. I love you guys all. This is still going to be available, still open. As well, I keep talking about it. You can also comment, invest on any of my posts, and right there, and you would get the link as well. Or you can definitely send me a follow. And everyone here, subscribe to my YouTube channel because you have long form videos there. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to grow the channel as much as possible so people can also come learn the long form as well. On this IG as well as Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Just be a part of my community. Just be. I'm giving free information. I'm not even free information. I'm putting dollars in your pockets. That's what I'm doing. All right. So the best you can do is because you don't want to miss any of these dollars that I'm distributing. This is actual dollars, and I'm not kidding. All right, guys, I love you so much. Ensure your money is working harder than you do. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.